The world is full of sounds, from the gentle rustling of leaves to the deep rumble of thunder. But every so often, we encounter something different, something that doesn't fit, sounds that appear from nowhere, frequencies that defy explanation, and noises so eerie, they've left scientists and researchers scratching their heads for decades. These aren't just ghost stories or urban legends. These are real, documented phenomena. What if the world we think we know is hiding something? Sounds that seem to come from beneath the ocean, yet no creature or machine can be traced to them. Mysterious radio signals that appear and vanish without a trace, as if whispering from the depths of space, and eerie hums that only certain people can hear, driving them mad while others remain unaffected. Could these sounds be remnants of an ancient technology we don't understand? A form of communication from an intelligence beyond our own? Or are they echoes of something even stranger, something outside the boundaries of reality itself? In this deep dive into the unexplained, we'll uncover some of the most mysterious and chilling sounds ever recorded. We'll examine what experts think they might be, and why, in some cases, no explanation fits. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on a journey where sound itself becomes a mystery. Sound is not just a sensory experience. It has the power to shape our world. It can create emotions, spark memories, and even affect physical objects. Throughout history, ancient civilizations have used sound in ways we barely understand. From the chanting rituals of shamans to the resonance frequencies of ancient structures, sound has played a mysterious role in human culture. But beyond what we already know, there exists an entire category of sounds that don't seem to belong. Some of them come from the sky, deep metallic groans that reverberate across entire cities. Some come from the ocean, low-frequency rumbles detected deep beneath the waves. Others seem to be artificial, radio transmissions with no known origin, repeating the same sequence of numbers or tones for years before vanishing as suddenly as they appeared. What ties these unexplained sounds together? What do they mean? Could they be messages, warnings, or simply the side effects of something unknown? Before we dive into the most famous and eerie cases, let's first explore the science of sound itself. At its core, sound is vibration, a movement through the air, water, or even solid objects, creating waves that our ears and brains interpret as noise. But not all sounds are created equal. Some frequencies are so low, they can shake the ground beneath our feet, without us even hearing them. Others are so high-pitched, only certain animals or specialized equipment can detect them. Some sounds, when played at specific frequencies, can even alter our mood or perception of time. And then there are the sounds that exist on the very edge of human perception. Frequencies that seem to come from nowhere, heard by some, but not by others, lasting just long enough to leave an unsettling feeling before disappearing without a trace. Mysterious sounds aren't just a modern phenomenon. Throughout history, people have reported hearing unexplained noises that defied logic. Ancient temples and resonance. Some temples and caves were designed in ways that amplified certain frequencies. Could our ancestors have understood sound in a way we don't? The trumpets of Jericho. In biblical accounts, the walls of Jericho fell after being subjected to sustained sound waves. Could sound be a hidden force capable of altering matter? The humming rocks. Some standing stones and megaliths in Europe produce strange hums when struck. Are these accidental, or did ancient civilizations deliberately shape them to resonate? As we move further into this journey, we'll look at modern-day recordings of mysterious sounds, sounds that should not exist, yet have been documented. Are these sounds truly unexplained, or are they signs of something just beyond our understanding? Stay with us, as in the next part, we begin exploring the WOW signal, a strange broadcast from deep space that may be the first evidence of alien communication. In August 1977, a powerful radio signal was detected by the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio. It lasted for 72 seconds, long enough for astronomers to recognize that it was unlike anything they had ever recorded before. The signal was so distinct and unusual that astronomer Jerry Amon circled it on the printout and wrote a single word beside it: "Wow." What made the wow signal so remarkable? Unlike other radio signals detected in space, this one had all the hallmarks of being artificial. It was incredibly strong, concentrated at a frequency of 1,420 megahertz, the same frequency emitted naturally by hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. If an intelligent alien civilization were trying to communicate, this would be the perfect frequency to use. But despite decades of searching, the signal was never detected again. Was it a one-time broadcast from an extraterrestrial intelligence? A strange cosmic anomaly? Or something else entirely? Radio astronomers have long speculated about the possibility of receiving signals from intelligent extraterrestrials. Programs like SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, have spent decades scanning the skies for repeating, structured signals that could indicate communication. But in all these years, nothing has ever come close to the intensity and mystery of the wow signal. If it was an alien message, why didn't they send it again? Could it have been an accidental transmission? A distress signal? Or something more deliberate? A message meant to be received only once. Despite its mystery, not everyone is convinced that the wow signal was of alien origin. Some alternative explanations include a previously unknown celestial event, a burst of energy from a cosmic source we don't yet understand, terrestrial interference, a rogue Earth-based signal bouncing off satellites or space debris, a one-time pulsar flare, a naturally occurring phenomenon that happened to mimic an artificial transmission. Yet none of these explanations fully satisfy the conditions of the wow signal. The mystery remains. Could it be that we received a fleeting message from another civilization and simply weren't listening at the right time for a second transmission? And if so, what did it say? As we continue, we'll dive deeper into other unexplained cosmic phenomena that might suggest we're not alone. In the summer of 1997, a mysterious sound was detected deep in the Pacific Ocean. The sound was so loud that it was picked up by multiple hydrophones over 3,000 miles apart. It was quickly dubbed the Bloop, and to this day, it remains one of the most puzzling underwater mysteries ever recorded. What made the Bloop truly fascinating was its biological signature. It didn't resemble the mechanical hum of a submarine or the echo of underwater earthquakes. Instead, it bore striking similarities to sounds made by living creatures. But there was a problem. No known marine animal could have possibly produced a sound of that magnitude. Even the blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, doesn't come close to the sheer power of the Bloop. So what could have made it? An undiscovered deep-sea leviathan? A secret military experiment? Or something even stranger lurking in the abyss? The Bloop was recorded by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, using an array of hydrophones originally designed for Cold War submarine tracking. The sound lasted for about 1 minute and had an unusual rising frequency, something typically associated with biological sounds rather than geological activity. To put this into perspective, imagine a sound so loud that it could be heard across the entire ocean. That's how powerful the Bloop was. Scientists quickly ruled out common sources like volcanic activity. While underwater eruptions can be loud, they produce very distinct acoustic patterns. Icebergs cracking. These sounds are often lower in pitch and more sustained. Man-made sources. The Bloop came from an uninhabited region of the ocean, far from human activity. If it wasn't any of these, then what was it? Over the years, several theories have emerged to explain the Bloop. Some are grounded in science, while others lean toward the extraordinary. 1. An unknown deep-sea creature. One of the most intriguing theories is that the bloop was caused by a massive, undiscovered marine animal. The ocean is a vast, largely unexplored frontier. Over 80% of it remains uncharted. Could it be possible that some colossal sea creature, far larger than anything we've ever recorded, was responsible for the sound? This idea gained traction due to the biological nature of the sound. Unlike earthquakes or underwater explosions, the bloop had a frequency shift similar to the calls of marine animals. If this was indeed a living being, it would have to be something beyond our imagination, a true sea monster lurking in the abyss. 2. The sound of melting ice. In 2012, NOAA scientists proposed a more grounded explanation: ice quakes, massive chunks of ice breaking away from Antarctica. This process, known as glacial calving, can produce extremely loud sounds underwater. However, some skeptics argue that while ice quakes can be powerful, they don't usually mimic biological calls. 3. A secret military experiment. Another theory suggests that the bloop was part of a classified military test, perhaps an experimental submarine or underwater drone. The Cold War saw the development of advanced underwater technologies, some of which are still unknown to the public. Could this have been a byproduct of a top-secret naval project? 4. The Call of Cthulhu. For lovers of the strange and supernatural, the bloop has often been linked to H.P. Lovecraft's legendary creature, Cthulhu. In his works, Lovecraft described a massive, ancient being lying dormant in the Pacific Ocean near a lost city called R'lyeh. Strangely enough, the coordinates for the bloop's origin are not far from where Lovecraft placed R'lyeh in his fiction. A mere coincidence or something more? While NOAA officially attributes the bloop to ice quakes, some aspects of the sound still don't quite add up. Many researchers believe the ice quake theory doesn't fully explain the unique rising frequency of the bloop, something more common in animal calls than in geological events. And perhaps the most chilling question remains: if the bloop was indeed made by a living creature, why haven't we heard it again? If such a massive organism exists, is it hiding in the deepest trenches of the ocean, only surfacing once in a millennium? Or was the bloop a one-time event, an anomaly that we were lucky or unlucky to have recorded? While the bloop is a mystery of the deep, the next sound we're exploring comes from right beneath our feet. The Taos hum is an eerie, low-frequency noise that has been reported by people worldwide, yet no recording equipment has ever been able to capture it. What is it? And why can only some people hear it? Stay tuned as we uncover another bizarre auditory enigma. Imagine lying in bed late at night, the world outside completely silent, except for a strange, low-frequency humming sound that never stops. It's not coming from your house. It's not coming from outside. And the strangest part, not everyone can hear it. This is the Taos. Hum, a persistent and unexplained sound reported by thousands of people around the world, especially in the small town of Taos, New Mexico. Some describe it as a faint rumble, like a distant diesel engine. Others say it's more of a deep, vibrating drone that resonates through their bodies. But what makes the Taos hum so perplexing is that no one has been able to record it. Microphones and audio equipment pick up nothing. And yet, for those who hear it, the hum is very real. So real that it has driven some people to the brink of madness. Scientists and researchers have been baffled by the Taos hum for decades. Studies show that only about 2% of the population can hear it, but they experience it consistently, often reporting symptoms like sleep disturbances, headaches and nausea, anxiety, and irritability. What could be causing this mysterious hum? And why can only certain people perceive it? The world is full of unexplained sounds, but few are as unsettling as the skyquakes, mysterious earth-shaking booms that seem to come from nowhere. These explosive noises have been heard across the globe, rattling windows, setting off car alarms, and leaving those who witness them in a state of confusion and fear. There are no storms, no explosions, and no visible cause, just a deafening crack in the sky that vanishes as quickly as it comes. But what are these sounds? Are they secret military tests, natural atmospheric phenomena, or something even more mysterious? Skyquakes have been reported for centuries, with records dating back as far as the 1800s. They are described as powerful booming sounds that resemble distant thunder or a cannon blast, but with no identifiable source. Unlike earthquakes, which come from beneath the ground, these booms appear to originate from the sky itself, hence the name skyquakes. They have been documented in places like the United States. East Coast residents frequently report mystery booms that shake their homes. The United Kingdom, loud, unexplained cracks have been heard over coastal areas. Italy, known as brontidi, these sounds have long been part of Italian folklore. India. In West Bengal, people report sky-shaking booms called barisal guns. Despite modern technology, scientists and researchers have struggled to determine what causes these deafening, skyborne explosions. 1. Sonic booms from aircraft. One of the most popular theories is that skyquakes are sonic booms caused by jets traveling faster than the speed of sound. When an aircraft moves past Mach 1, it creates a shock wave that can produce an explosive sound. But there's a problem with this explanation. Skyquakes have been reported in places where no military jets are known to be flying. Could there be classified aircraft testing new forms of supersonic travel? Some believe these booms might be the result of hypersonic military projects that have yet to be revealed to the public. 2. Atmospheric disturbances. The sky is full of invisible forces, shifting pressure systems, air currents, and temperature inversions, all of which could potentially create loud, unexplained noises. Some researchers suggest that skyquakes might be the result of atmospheric shock waves, large shifts in air pressure that create a loud cracking sound when they collide with the ground. But why do they seem to happen in specific regions? And why do they occur so randomly? 3. Geological activity. Could the sound actually be coming from beneath the earth instead of the sky? Some experts believe skyquakes could be caused by deep earthquakes that produce a sound wave that travels upwards instead of spreading through the ground. If this were true, these booms might be a warning sign of seismic activity, a precursor to earthquakes. But others argue that skyquakes occur in areas with no recorded seismic activity, making this explanation incomplete. 4. Electrical discharges in the atmosphere. A lesser-known but fascinating theory is that skyquakes are caused by electrical activity in the atmosphere, similar to sprites and blue jets, mysterious lightning-like phenomena that occur high above thunderstorms. Some scientists believe there could be undocumented electrical interactions in the upper atmosphere that occasionally discharge in a way that produces a sudden, booming noise. But since most skyquakes happen in clear skies, this theory remains largely speculative. 5. Something we don't yet understand. Of all the theories, the most unsettling is the idea that skyquakes are caused by something we don't yet comprehend. Could they be signs of interdimensional activity? The result of massive, unseen forces at work in the sky? A natural phenomenon we have yet to study? Whatever the cause, the mystery of skyquakes remains unsolved. Some theorists suggest that skyquakes might not be random at all. What if they are a warning sign, a signal of something enormous happening in the Earth's atmosphere? What if these sounds are caused by changes in the Earth's magnetic field, the shifting of tectonic plates, or even disturbances in space that we are only just beginning to detect? Could skyquakes be the audible footprint of something much larger, a phenomenon that we won't fully understand until it's too late? The next time you hear an unexplained boom from above, stop and listen, because it might be more than just a sound. Imagine a vast region of the ocean where ships vanish without a trace, planes disappear from radar, and the forces of nature seem to defy all logic. This region has been called the Bermuda Triangle, or the Devil's Triangle, and it has captivated the world for centuries. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, the Bermuda Triangle is infamous for mysterious disappearances. While many theories abound, no one has ever been able to fully explain why this area seems to be a hotspot for unexplained phenomena. So, what is it about this area that has made it the subject of fascination and fear? Is it the result of natural occurrences, human error, or something far more supernatural? The Bermuda Triangle gained notoriety after several high-profile disappearances. The most famous event occurred in 1945 when 5 U.S. Navy bombers, known as Flight 19, disappeared during a routine training mission. The planes sent out distress signals before vanishing, and when a rescue plane was sent, it too disappeared. This was just the beginning. Over the years, dozens of ships and aircraft have mysteriously vanished without explanation. Some of the most well-known disappearances include the USS Cyclops in 1918, a massive U.S. Navy ship that disappeared with over 300 crew members aboard; the Star Tiger and Star Ariel, 2 British airliners that vanished in 1948 and 1949 under similarly bizarre circumstances. While theories about the Bermuda Triangle began to emerge soon after, its status as a mysterious zone only grew with time. 1. Magnetic anomalies, disturbing navigation systems. One of the most commonly proposed explanations for the Bermuda Triangle is that the region experiences unusual magnetic anomalies that affect the navigational equipment of ships and planes. Some scientists believe that the Earth's magnetic field behaves strangely in this area, causing compasses to malfunction and pilots to become disoriented. If the magnetic field in this area is indeed more intense, it could potentially cause navigational errors that lead to crashes or disappearances. However, no conclusive evidence has been found to prove that magnetic anomalies are responsible for these incidents. 2. The Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current. Another theory suggests that the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current that flows through the Bermuda Triangle, could be responsible for many disappearances. The Gulf Stream is known to be incredibly fast-moving, and it could sweep debris from wrecked ships or aircraft away, making it difficult to locate them. Some believe that when a ship or plane crashes into the Gulf Stream, its wreckage could be carried away so quickly that search teams never find any trace of it. While this theory is plausible, it doesn't account for the numerous plane disappearances that have occurred over the Triangle's airspace. 3. The methane gas theory. A more bizarre explanation involves the presence of methane hydrates under the sea floor. These are large pockets of methane gas that can sometimes rise to the surface, causing an unexpected release of gas into the atmosphere. It's believed that large eruptions of methane gas could cause ships to sink by reducing the density of the water, making it impossible for ships to stay afloat. The sudden release of methane gas could also cause engine failures in airplanes, possibly explaining the disappearance of flight crews. However, there is little direct evidence to support this theory, and its plausibility has been widely debated. 4. Alien or supernatural activity. For those who enjoy a more speculative explanation, many people believe that the Bermuda Triangle is the site of alien activity or supernatural phenomena. Some theories suggest that the region is home to an alien base, or that UFOs are responsible for the disappearances. Others believe that the Bermuda Triangle could be a portal to another dimension or time, explaining why planes and ships sometimes appear to disappear. Theories like these often rely on anecdotal evidence and personal accounts from people who claim to have experienced strange phenomena while traveling through the area. The Bermuda Triangle today. Despite numerous investigations and scientific studies, the Bermuda Triangle remains an unsolved mystery. Modern technology has allowed researchers to conduct more thorough surveys of the area, but the disappearances continue to intrigue and terrify. Some skeptics argue that the Bermuda Triangle's reputation is largely the result of media sensationalism, and that the number of disappearances in the region is not significantly higher than in other heavily traveled areas of the world. However, the sheer number of inexplicable incidents makes it difficult to ignore the mystery. To this day, the Bermuda Triangle remains one of the world's greatest unsolved enigmas. Whether it's natural phenomena, human error, or something far more extraordinary, the mystery continues to haunt the deep waters of the Atlantic Ocean. As we come to the end of this journey through strange and unexplained events, let's turn our attention to one final mystery that connects many of the previous theories we've discussed: the vanishing of the USS Cyclops. In March 1918, a massive U.S. Navy cargo ship, the USS Cyclops, disappeared without a trace while traveling between Barbados and Norfolk, Virginia. The disappearance of the USS Cyclops remains one of the largest single-loss incidents in U.S. Navy history, and despite extensive searches, no wreckage or survivors were ever found. What makes the Cyclops incident particularly perplexing is that it occurred in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle, and to this day, its fate remains a mystery. The USS Cyclops was a collier ship, meaning it was designed to carry large quantities of coal for naval vessels. At the time of its disappearance, it was on a routine mission transporting fuel, but it never arrived at its destination. What makes the case so eerie is the fact that no distress signals were sent and no wreckage was discovered, just an empty stretch of ocean. Furthermore, the ship was carrying over 300 crew members, all of whom vanished with it. Despite efforts by the Navy to search the area, the Cyclops was never found, and its disappearance has since become a symbol of the Bermuda Triangle's eerie reputation. Over the years, several theories have emerged to explain the disappearance of the USS Cyclops. One theory suggests that the USS Cyclops was carrying too much cargo, which could have caused it to become unstable. The ship was said to be overloaded with coal, and it's possible that the weight distribution caused a disaster, especially considering the weather conditions at the time. But if the ship had sunk, why was no debris ever found? Another theory proposes that a mutiny occurred on board, with the crew revolting against the officers. Some speculate that the ship's disappearance was the result of an act of sabotage, although no evidence of this has ever surfaced. If this theory were true, it would raise further questions about why such a significant event could have occurred without any survivors to speak of. Some believe that the Cyclops fell victim to an underwater sinkhole or vortex, where the ship was swallowed by the ocean. These mysterious forces have been linked to some of the strange disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle. Could there be deep, unknown forces beneath the ocean's surface that we are yet to understand? In a more speculative vein, some have suggested that the disappearance of the USS Cyclops could have been part of a military cover-up. Perhaps the ship was involved in a secret mission and something went wrong. Could there have been a classified experiment or an encounter with a dangerous technology that led to its disappearance? While many of the theories surrounding the USS Cyclops are speculative, the case connects deeply with the other phenomena we've explored, from the inexplicable disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle to strange underwater sounds like the Bloop. The USS Cyclops vanishing suggests that there are still many unknowns about the forces that shape our planet. The Bermuda Triangle, the Bloop, and even the USS Cyclops all share a common thread: the ocean's vastness and the mysteries that lie beneath its surface. Whether it's a geological anomaly, a living creature, or even something beyond our comprehension, the ocean continues to hold many secrets. The question remains, will we ever fully uncover the truth? As we've explored today, there are countless stories of unexplained events that continue to baffle researchers, scientists, and even casual enthusiasts. From the strange sounds of the ocean to the vanished ships and planes in the Bermuda Triangle, these mysteries remind us that there is still so much we don't understand about our world. The ocean is vast, mysterious, and ever-changing, holding countless secrets within its depths. Whether it's ancient creatures we've yet to discover, hidden technologies, or natural forces that defy our understanding, the stories we've uncovered today are only the tip of the iceberg. We may never have all the answers, but perhaps that's part of the allure. The ocean's mysteries keep us wondering, keep us searching, and remind us that there's still so much left to explore in our world.